Hallo, ich bin Marieluise Herrmann, Produzentin der Serie ComposerGENAU. Und im Namen der Everyone Company möchte ich euch ganz herzlich willkommen heißen. Bevor wir mit der ersten Episode starten, möchte ich die Zeit nutzen, unseren Kooperationspartnern zu danken. Das sind Hellerau, Europäisches Zentrum der Künste, die Schaubühne Lindenfels in Leipzig, Zentralwerk e.V. und die Kulturstiftung des Freistaates Sachsen. Und jetzt habt viel Spaß mit der ersten Folge ComposerGENAU.
Hi, I'm John Moran und herzlich willkommen im Namen der Everyone Company. We're going to be broadcasting from my studio, which is over there, but this being the first episode, I thought it'd be nice if I started a bit early to show you the place that I am these days. So walk with me. If we've never met before, I'm an American composer. But for a very long time, I've just been going all over the world, totally random. I don't know how this has happened, but my job has somehow become just looking at things and thinking stuff. And the thing is, I'm not able to live this way because I have money. I can do it because I have nothing. None of this should even be happening. I don't even have a bank account or a telephone. I also have what they call bipolar disorder, which means that for me, everything I experience is extreme and feels like eternity. And I do hear angels. I know this probably sounds scary, being homeless and hearing voices, but it's actually really great.
Look where I am right now. It's Germany. Look how sad that little German building is. Look at the sidewalk and the street. I love it. It's so gemütlich. I'm giving something. Every day. I got an earworm today. Look where I am right now. It's Germany. It's so dreamy. Germany. Oh.
John.
Hey.
How's it going?
Josh Spear. Are you in Norway?
Yeah, I'm in Norway.
Yeah?
John, we're not doing that again.
Josh
Got a
Spear,
show to do.
co-host of...
Okay, good. How's it going with you?
We're composers.
Yeah, that's right, we are.
But not traditional.
No, that's for sure.
We compose perception.
We compose time itself.
Yeah.
Well, how are you doing?
Fabulous, Josh.
That's good. Look, I'm very, very excited to show everyone our new, all the new stuff we've been making.
Yeah, and we're going to do interesting interviews.
Yeah, we're going to interview some very exciting artists and composers. Well, look, John, I've just, I've got to get my wallet out now.
And I'm just fooling around here, so I will get there.
Yeah, great.
And I'll call you.
Sorry about that.
Okay.
See ya.
Josh Spear. Okay. I'm singing Elvis Costello. Not every day, but today, since it played before I left the house. This is a historic building, actually. almost never talk to anybody here. Every day, every day, every day, every day I say, hello, John. Welcome to my studio. This might be a decent time to subscribe and hit the bell so that you know when we're doing this shit. Do you want to see something funny? This piece I've been performing up until right now, I made it last month, and it's still up on the keyboard. In these upper octaves, I've got my vocals, like different takes.
Hi, I'm John Moran.
Look where I am right now.
And then down here, I always put the environments, like just background stuff. And I got a good crow, a bunch of those. And then the footsteps. Right? And after I compose it here, then I've got to learn it. So when I'm performing it out there on the street, it's like I'm the musician and I'm... Yeah.
I'm about to start the show. Punkt. I will call Josh Spear momentarily. Punkt. I need to roll a joint. Damn it. Now the text is small. Post.
John?
Hey! I just
Hi.
tagged you on
Ah.
Facebook.
Okay.
Are you in
Good.
your office?
Yes, I'm ready to go.
First episode, baby.
I know.
I'm excited.
Yeah, me too. I can't
Listen,
wait.
I gotta try to get Joseph Keckler on the line. You want to take it
Okay.
for a while?
Yeah, sure, I'm ready.
Okay.
Hello. This is my studio. I'll dive right in. I'll show you something. Right now, I'm quite interested in audio description. You know, audio description? It's like that little voice, it's like voiceover that describes what the camera is seeing in a movie or something. And it's intended for blind people or people who don't see so well. So I'll just show you. I'm in the middle of it. It's kind of a screenplay, but not, maybe more of an oral sonography. Okay, so look, here's my Pro Tools session, and here's some sounds. And this is the voiceover audio description here. I'll just show you. Watch. Watch.
A close-up of a man in a car.
See? Then, look. If I'll just change this. Watch this.
A man sits in the middle of a small room.
Yeah, see? How about this?
A man sits whilst eating an apple. The camera spins as he stands up and he has an amazing idea. His face drops as he forgets it.
So, something like that. It's very rough. But I think it really adds something. It's quite a lot of showing and telling, isn't it? Yeah. Then you'll see, if we play with the timing just a little bit, the effect is totally different. Watch.
A handsome man sits whilst eating an apple.
Wow. You see, it has to be in a very specific place. In this little gap here. And here's what happens if it's too early. Look.
The objects in the room start to come alive. The room takes on a musical life of its own.
Yeah.
The floor transforms into a muddy puddle. He undresses.
Oh.
He takes his clothes off.
No.
He sees a painful montage of surreal images. A dog sits on a sofa. Sit.
What was that? What was that?
He looks into the camera. He undresses. He undresses completely.
So, hey,
Hey,
Joseph Keckler.
hey,
How are you?
I'm good. I'm
It's
perfect.
nice to see you. It's nice to see you, even though I worry about you there in New York City with the epicenter of the pandemic and the economy, America collapsing. But other than that, how are you?
Good. I'm excellent.
Good. How are you holding up in this pandemic? Has it changed your life
Mm-hmm.
as an artist
As an artist,
or as Joseph?
well, I felt really good for a long time in the pandemic. Being in my apartment alone, I felt somehow free and exhilarated. Not happy about all the bad things that were happening, but I felt... I don't know, I felt self-sustaining and a great sense of possibility to change myself or for other things to change.
Right.
And as it wears on... But, you know, the other thing, though, I feel that this time is sort of like an afterlife. So I also am sitting in this apartment for, you know, months on end, days on end. It's kind of all very dreamlike. And I also look at other points in my life, other times, and I kind of view myself as a character. And I look back at choices or anything, you know, so I really feel removed. I really feel like I'm on a kind of service road of life right now. And it's not totally good or bad, but, you know.
The psychologist Carl Jung, who I am quite a fan of, he has a phrase, I'm going to translate from German as best I can, but isolation animates the psychic environment. To me is an idea that I've lived by as an artist, and the more time that I am alone and concentrating, the environment starts to become alive. You project, you mentioned thinking about your past, and everything starts to come alive, and I think that's why people want to avoid it. It's scary.
Mm-hmm. I guess I don't feel very afraid to be alone with myself in general.
No, not you.
Not...
You're a mystical kind of a guy.
I somehow am oriented that way. And also I'm not that great with people. I mean, being around...
Yes, you are.
I mean, but...
Yes, you are.
I mean, going places, tying your shoes, being around all those people, you know,
that you're
lurking around in the corner, and I don't know, it's a lot.
You're not. I know you. You're not lurking around the corner. You're sitting at the hipster cocktail lounge, and they're all listening to you say this kind of thing. Talk about how you're lurking, and everyone says, "Oh, delightful."
Peals of laughter. Yeah. Sometimes.
Oh, sorry. Please go on.
No,
so anyway, you're lurking.
Sometimes, you know.
So you're lurking and
lurking hard, and
lurking hard, hardly lurking.
You know, and but I don't mind being alone. Is the thing for me. But I do think that probably on a chemical level, I should have some human contact sometime. You know. I just...
We know those times.
Sometime.
Hey, listen, before we go any further, let's play the audience some of your work. If it's okay with you, I'd like to watch the goth song to start.
Okay, sounds good.
I need you to organize the German section. I also need you not to be sleeping at work.
I'm sorry. I was just taking a little early lunch break. I had a little piece of food there on the desk. I swallowed it just a moment you appeared.
Es wurde schwierig zu arbeiten. Ich wollte nur noch Vinylkleider im Internet kaufen. Ich dachte,
ich muss diese Vinylkleider haben.
Plötzlich war ich St. Marx. Keine Ahnung, wie ich dahin kam. Ich habe mich verschoben, um ein Hemd mit einem Sandkreuz und Bondagehosen zu kaufen. Ich habe einen Rückfall. Ich war ein Grufti. Der einzige in der Stadt. Ich hörte alte Bands. Ich war nostalgisch für die Jugend eines anderen. Plötzlich war ich St. Marx. Wie kam ich nur dahin? Nun hatte ich kein Geld, aber ich hatte das Aussehen.
So we've been listening to the Goth song, and why German?
For that song, I've always loved Schubert and all the songs about wandering, and since that was a song about my own wandering, even though it was a short wandering of a few blocks, I thought I want to invoke this grand tradition of the wanderer and of the romantic German song. And I also, with my opera stuff, because it's always autobiographical and I want to create some kind of distance and exaggeration, I like to channel my own experiences through a highfalutin form and through different styles.
Hey, where did you grow up?
Kalamazoo. Near Kalamazoo.
I knew it. I knew that. I just wanted to hear you say, Joseph is from Kalamazoo. Opera, classical opera, is obviously such an influence on your work, and yet you're an avant-garde artist, but obviously you have a deep connection to classical opera. And I wanted to ask you how in Kalamazoo this came about, or what was there a first experience you had with opera?
Well, you know what I mean. Strangely enough, I was, as a child, obsessed with voices and very drawn to voices. So, for instance, I was really interested in Mel Blanc, who voiced all the Looney Tune characters. And I became fascinated by the idea of shape-shifting through voice and being able to inhabit these different personalities just through vocal means. And I was really into blues singers as a child and soul singers and different kind of singers, not opera singers, although I do remember that one time in the cafeteria when I was in middle school, this kid came up to me and said, "What kind of music do you listen to?" And I think I just started rattling off. I mean, it was no more cool. I was like, "Oh, Cab Calloway," and and he cut me off and he said, "Nah."
He didn't know any of this.
He didn't care, and he cut me off and he said, "Nah, you're into opera." And so it was kind of like he was kind of like either cursing me or just prophesizing or something, but it later...
It's the lowest.
It was the lowest, yeah. And I thought, no, I'm not, but... And then as a teenager, my voice, although I didn't really know how to use my voice, when I would make sounds, although I wasn't trying to, the voice sounded kind of operatic. I mean, I loved Screamin' Jay Hawkins, and he had that sort of operatic sound. And I had a lot of trouble making it through a song because I would sing in a very aggressive way, and I'd get real hoarse. And so my aunt, who was a local actress, studied with this voice teacher in Kalamazoo. And so I started taking lessons with her for like, $20 an hour. And so she introduced me.
That's a lot for Kalamazoo.
You get what you pay for. So
what I saw you do in Brooklyn, back in your more humble days at least, I saw you bring this art form to a burlesque stage, basically, like burlesque theaters, like Galapagos, and what were the others in Brooklyn at that time that you were performing at?
Well, where did we perform? Galapagos and whatever. I mean, the Delancey, all those music and just random clubs. And...
How did audiences in Brooklyn in these, avant-garde burlesque clubs respond when you were singing opera? Well,
I think the tone in New York really shifted where, first of all, like where now there's in Brooklyn clubs, there's this kind of eagerness, openness, kind of cheering on. But at that moment, a lot of times people were sort of sneering and impatient. And so I don't know. I think there were moments where they had little patience for it. And then at a certain point, I kind of clicked. They're drunk. They want to see, in the burlesque things, for instance, they wanted to see, tits.
Yeah,
so, and I just always really liked the idea of being able to do something unexpected contextually. I think that was where the, which you're a master of, and which was inspiring to me. But that
you've got a new project from what I understand called Train with No Midnight. What is this about?
Well, it's a kind of, it's sort of abstract. It's in part about one time when I took a train on New Year's Eve, and it transitioned time zones so that there was no midnight. in America now, which particularly even today as we're recording this, people have just stormed the Capitol, and a woman was shot there, and
what? Oh,
yeah, I saw that when we took a break just now. So there's been this kind of buzz for years about that we're moving towards another civil war. So I don't know if that's true or not, but I was just trying to write about the fact that people are saying that.
People like yourself are an inspiration to me because you're I mean, you say you're dark, but you're not a cynical person in my mind, but a lot of people there are so cynical, and I felt I could see something like this kind of coming.
Because all the elements of it have been here the whole time. I think.
Yeah.
Can
I say one more thing? I want to get back to but the room that I'm in right now, this place Zentralwerk in Dresden, this place, it's a huge place that I'm in right now. It's huge. And they've made it into kind of an artist colony. I can have my wonderful studio here and stuff. But this place has been many, many things. And among those things, during the Holocaust, this was a slave labor site where they made weapons. And I'm in a basically a bunker right now. The walls are this thick, and they used to march the Jews along a certain route that you can trace to this building where they, I'm sorry, worked them to death. And and every day in Germany, my girlfriend and I are walking, and I look under my feet, and some of the cobblestones are gold and have a name on them, and that's a person who was drug out of such and such a house here. This was the site that they were. There's a little plaque next to where we are of a man who had mental illness, or no, he had learning disabilities. It's a little plaque that the Nazis took him away and exterminated him. And I mean, when you live in Eastern Europe for a while, you just think, well, just a generation or two ago, wow, what happened? You have a different perspective.
Mm-hmm. And then that's ramping up there as well now. The specter of fascism, which somehow I wouldn't expect, but yeah.
Well, listen, it's been so great to have you, and I hope you come back on the program. I feel so stupid saying it, but I really do. But listen, before we go, I wanted to play one more piece that you just recorded recently called New Year's Eve Lament, and that'll take us out. But I wanted to call up my friend Constanze. I wanted her to record a reaction video, which I see is all the craze these days on YouTube.
Right.
I want her to record a reaction video to you, to your New Year's Eve lament, okay?
Okay.
Here we go.
Okay.
This is the guy from New York. It's beautiful. Is he an Italian? He looks like an Italian. And he sings so beautiful. His eyes. But what is this about? He seems sad.
Propositi del forse sarò
più presente.
He wants to adopt a highway.
una strada.
What is he doing now? Oh. Oh. How beautiful. That was it?
So is it on? Is it there? Yeah. Okay. So I'm making portraits of like whatever's around. Okay? Like whatever, you know, I'm seeing the most when it's time to like make a thing. I'm going to like recreate it. You know, like I made a portrait of a cat because there's this cat around all the time when I'm right now. So, hang on. Okay. Okay, is it... There it is. Okay, so like here's the sound of the cat walking. Listen. Okay, that's on one key. And then here's another sound of him walking. Right? That's actually a dog. That's a dog, but okay. And there's some more. And then I sampled the actual cat. Okay, I sampled him, and I got this one, and this one, and this one, and then here's a. This isn't him. Okay. It's like a sound puppet, and what was I saying? Oh, so I only got that. That's it. No, I only got that, and I got. Oh, and I got me. I go like I go. Like that. Right? I entered the door. and so like there's like okay, so like listen, like watch. Okay, watch. Hey. Hey. Hi. And now I'm outside. Listen. And I give you a hug. And you can hear it. Listen. Like you can hear it because you're wearing a jacket. Because it's cold. Right? And what else? You know, like let's add a car passing really close to where you are. Just for some perspective. Right? Setting established. Okay? Okay, so now, watch. Hey. Hey, 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 hey. Hey, hey. Hi. Hi. Hi, how are you? It's cold. It's cold. Come in. Come in, come in, come in. I'm in the back. I'm in here. Hey, how you doing? Sit down. You're in Amsterdam. We made it. We both made it. It's a nice place. It's a nice place. This place. Look, it's got this. Look. Come here. It's got this garden. Look. I come out here and smoke. I do some serious thinking out here, actually. Ah, hello. This is Trumpy. He comes with the place. Yes, he's part of the deal. Hello. Hello, baby. He loves me.
Say yes.
I'm going to say what I know, what I believe, and let the chips fall.
Time for radical candor?
I love that phrase. I think if you don't mind, I'll use it.
What'd he say now?
Say yes.
He said, truth ain't the truth. He said, truth isn't true. Now, where do you go from there, you know?
I'm going to say what I know, what I believe, and let the chips fall.
Time for radical candor?
I love that phrase. I think if you don't mind, I'll use it.
Say yes.
Bernie Sanders was going to try to change what we eat. Did you hear that?
Say yes.
Ronnie? Ronnie? Ronnie?
What difference at this point does it make?
Echo chambers.
Say yes.
Echo chambers, it's called. You keep saying something, people share it, whatever. The more people share it, there it becomes the truth somehow. Someone's wild opinion becomes the truth all of a sudden.
What difference at this point does it make?
Drugs help us create love and hope and trust and confidence. And the cocaine makes me happy. Thank you. For 5 years, I've been traveling across the country, learning and listening. And one of the most hopeful signs I've seen is this new drug, crack. Say yes.
And you know what? If he wants to grab pussy, so what? I want to grab pussy. I wish I could grab as much pussy as he has.
Drugs open your eyes to life, to see it in the vivid colors that God gave us as a precious gift to his children.
Ronnie?
She's got dementia.
Where are the emails, Hillary?
Well, that hurts my feelings.
Technology? I don't need technology. They automate our grocery store in town. No, people don't work there. They had jobs, I don't know, maybe 6-8 months back. Now where are those people? They ain't there no more. Their job's taken. A machine automates it now.
So to my young friends out there, life can be great.
Well, I was lucky because I had other newspapers which reported a very different story. So
on the same
occurrence, the same event, just because people would be writing things or saying things that you knew weren't true and you wouldn't know what to do about it.
And when it comes to drugs and alcohol, there's a big, wonderful world out there for you. It belongs to you.
I am over it, over it.
I wouldn't date my daughter, no. I got 2 daughters and 2 sons, 2 of 2. I wouldn't date my daughters. I wouldn't date either of them. They're ugly as hell. They look like, sitting there, they look like a pair of old running shoes.
I've gotten to know you very well. You look up private in dictionary. Your picture is there. Any of it too private for you?
I don't think so. No. You know, all that he said about me, it wasn't terribly private. It was personal and sweet.
Very sweet.
So sweet. It was true. We didn't like to be apart. We just didn't like it.
No, he writes repeatedly that she's gone overnight. I'm lost.
I know. And I remember one country that we went to. I don't remember what country it was, but they put us in separate bedrooms. Well, Ronnie was just having a fit. I don't know if they ever moved us or what, but we didn't like to be apart.
Ever miss him? I mean, not ever miss him. How much do you miss him?
Ronnie?
How long has it been now? I can't remember. It seems like yesterday.
I know. To you, maybe. No, there are people who told me that it gets much easier. Well, maybe for them, but not for me. I miss him more now than I ever did.
Behind every great man, there stands a woman, and she holds him up high all by herself, like a vision of love. Behind every great man, there stands a she holds him up high, all by herself, like a vision of love. Behind every great man, there stands a woman, and she holds him up high, all by herself, like a vision of love.
It's so dreamy. Germany. Oh. Wow.
Hey, Josh.
John, that was great.
Yeah.
I really enjoyed that.
Yeah.
I did.
Thank you, Joseph Keckler.
Yeah. Thanks for watching.
Don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell so you know when we're broadcasting.
Same time next month.
Yeah.